Top 3 questions I get asked on this channel. What does the Amazon Relay load board look like? How do I book loads? And when I book those loads, how do I stay so local? These are the relay rates for Saturday, November 16th.
Let's get into those SoCal relay rates.
All right, on location with you up here today in Encinitas. Got my daughter and her friends doing some sort of candle making class down the way, and I had some time to kill. I figured let's sit down and do one of these. As always, gonna put chapters in this. Not gonna spend a ton of time in San Diego because last time's winner was ℂ𝕚𝕦𝕤𝕪. They wanted to see City of Industry, and that's so close to San Diego. We're just gonna kind of jump up there. What I am gonna do, so we'll look at like recommended loads in San Diego first. We're gonna spend a lot of time on spot capacity today because this is one of those few times where the spot capacity I get for down here is gonna be comparable to what they would see up there. So I can provide that kind of insight into that. And then we're gonna take a look at City of Industry, see what's going on up there. So enough about that, let's jump into these recommended loads. Amazon today is recommending for me. Got some new stuff here on the load board. It's a match, hot loads, all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna have a video coming out on that shortly. They're talking about creating like additional rewards and that type of stuff and different metrics they're gonna be looking at carriers by. So we might see some different stuff in the load board today. I'll kind of cover that at a later date. But as far as like recommended loads, Burbank going to Eastvale, $5.53 a mile. San 3 to San 3, 2 miles. I guarantee this is gonna be going to SCA 7. That is, or I'm sorry, VCA 7. I always confuse those two. Yeah, this is taking a loaded trailer from San 3. So if we click on this, circle filled in as a loaded trailer, and then at VCA 7, they're gonna be having you bring that one back. That non-filled in circle means it's an empty trailer. Let me turn this on Do Not Disturb. I forgot to do that. Let's see here. Ontario to San Bernardino, 1 pick, 3 stops, total of 4, $12.38 a mile. They say that, but here's the thing, look at that bottom left, 2 days, 1 hour, guarantee you this has, yeah. So the SBD6 is an Amazon site, Walnut is gonna be a third-party site, Bloomington is gonna be a third-party site, and ONT3. So that's something you gotta factor in on these. I mean, yeah, $12.38 a mile, $7.69 payout sounds good, but not spread out over 2 days. LGB5 going to Ontario, $4.18 a mile, 1 pick, 2 stops, total of 3. So one of these new little labels they're putting on here, promoted load. I'm not necessarily, I need to do a little bit more digging before I make that video I was talking about, but promoted load, here's Chino going to Ontario, 1 pick, 2 stops, total of 3, $4.57. Let's just see if they have any, box trucks on here. 53, 53, 53. Here's I got hung up on one of these the other night, this XSD2, wasn't familiar with it. That's just another acronym for San 5. So this is going from San 5 to a third-party site in San Diego, back to San 5. What caught my eye was $36.70 a mile on that, I'm not gonna lie. Any box trucks, box trucks, box trucks? Let's just take a look at the top 3 paying box truck loads just to not leave them out here. San Diego box truck, SD box truck, sort this by price per distance highest, and just see what's shaking in the box truck world. So here's San 5, 1 pick, 5 stops, $4.24 a mile, $2.03 payout, drops down to $3.55. DUR 9, which is an Amazon facility, ending at San 5, which is an Amazon facility. Got the noisiest little moped. I didn't know mopeds could make sound like that. DUR 9 going down to San 5, so that's Amazon to Amazon, $3.55 a mile, $2.82 payout. And rounding up the top 3, San 5 going to Yuma, 1 pick, 1 stop. Got to turn that auto refresh off. $3.53 a mile for $650. Let's take a look at that spot capacity, because that spot capacity is going to be similar to what they would see up there. So first one, 6:54 this morning. KSFO, that is in San Francisco. Not sure where I'm getting this. This actually was for a 26-foot box truck. They needed San Francisco to Ontario, 413 miles. Their offer is $1,200. Keep in mind, this is your one time to negotiate a higher rate and an adjustable start time with them. So keep that in mind. Here's 53 foot up in Ontario. This was going from Ontario, looks like to, or Jurupa Valley to Rialto. 1 pick, 2 drops, 94.91 miles, $829. Is that a power only, or sometimes when the rate's that high, they're looking for a a reefer truck. Let's see here, 53 foot for Sand 3, my neck of the woods. Sand 3 going to TIJ5, that is a third-party site, but they're fast. And then going back to Sand 3, it's taking a loaded trailer from Sand 3, getting it unloaded down there, and then bringing the empty back. 224, I have seen that go as high as like 350, so it's one of those things, you know, like you would experience is valuable in this, and knowing like what, you know, what do they usually send this for. 53 foot out of Chino, starting at CN05, ending in San Bernardino. One pick, 3 stops, 44 miles for $843. Here's one Sand 5, 12:34 in the morning, Sand 5. This was, so the other one was going Sand 3 to TIJ5 to Sand 3. This one's Sand 5 to TIJ5 to Sand 5. So just a little switching there. 7 miles, $216. Again, that one typically goes for like $350 on the high end of things. 53 foot Sand 5. Let's see, Sand 5 to TIJ5 to Sand 5. Now here they're offering $281. What were they offering for it here? Got the sheriff rolling up. Maybe I get arrested on film. Actually, I'm at a train station without a ticket. I might get a ticket for being here. That'd be good. 216. And the other one they're offering $281. So I mean, that's like the difference of like $60 just in the matter of, that was 12:13. The other one, look at that, 20 minutes later they're offering more for it. So 53 foot out of SCA4. This was going over to Arizona, 419 miles, $1,200. Sand 5, let's see if there's, these are all Sand 5. Let's see if there's any up in like City of Industry area. This was RMN3. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, here's a random one that I got. And sometimes they send me these. This looks like it's going out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. No idea why I'm receiving this. Going to Stafford, Virginia. 142 miles, 473 is their offer. No wonder I don't recognize that acronym. CN08 is up there in Santa Clarita, going to Ontario. One pick, 2 drops, 85 miles, $633. LGB6 is up in that area. Let's see here. That is going from Riverside to Oakley, California. 441 miles, $1,316.25, and they're accepting offers. Never forget that they're accepting offers. Let's switch this search around and look at City of Industry. If you would like your name to end up on this list of my potential pick cities, let me know in the comments. Say, hey, I'd like to see this in long format. I'd like to see you do this on relay rates. And you know, that way it tells me I'll put your name as one of the potential pick city winners, and we'll use a random number generator to pick you. City of Industry. That looks good. We'll take out San Diego. A valuable thing I like to look at. So within 75 miles, there's 552 loads. Let's dial that down to like 25. 25, that still stays at 385. I mean, up in that LA, Ontario area, that's kind of like God's country as far as like trucking and Amazon are concerned. So within 25 miles, there's 385. Let's blow that up to like 150 and just see there's 812 loads within 150 miles. So that's pretty good. But what I like to do is look at 75 miles here, price per distance highest. Here's Oxnard to Simi Valley, 30 miles, $662 a mile, $198 payout. Oxnard to Simi Valley, I bet you, wait, do I have, oh, these are box trucks. Yeah, we'll do 53 next. Being at the train station, seeing the cop go by, I'm worried about getting a ticket now. That'll be fun. Exciting content today. So another box truck going from OXR1 to DPS2, $662 a mile. Another one, it looks like, so let's see, this is Wednesday they run that, Tuesday they run that, Friday they run that. Typical box truck stuff. It looks like every morning they run it between 1:45 and 2:15, and they say it's going to take till about 4:30 or 5. So that's those. Oxnard to... Not sure exactly what happened. Hopefully it recorded all that. The camera just shut off. Here's a promoted load, Buena Park. This is one thing I don't like with these new bannered loads. See, I have it done by price per distance highest, and it goes from 662, then it drops down to 251, and then it goes back up to 662. It's like these promoted loads take precedent over what search criteria I've given it. I don't really care for that. Buena Park going to San Luis Obispo, up to slow. One pick, one stop. These are typically going to a post office. I'm gonna shut up and just kind of scroll through these. If I see any that catch my eye, promoted loads starting soon. I'm seeing a lot of one pick, one stops on there. I do like that. Makes me nervous when they start putting, multiple stops on there because I don't like it. But if they start canceling legs of the trip, they'll start reducing the payout of that. That's why I typically on my searches, I'll search for like one pick, one stop or one pick, two stops. I don't really go above that though. If it's got like 3 or more stops, I'm not interested. And we're getting down to like 271 a mile on here. So that is for box trucks. Let's switch this up around and see what it looks like for 53-foot equipment. Power only, no box trucks. Say you're willing to take all trailers and apply that. So the same thing as before, 75 miles from there has 844 loads, 25 miles from there has 381 loads, and 150 miles from there has 995 loads. So let's dial that down to 75 at a city of industry, price per distance highest. Here's Fontana to Bloomington. $40 a mile sounds good, I know, but look, it says it's gonna take 19 hours and 5 minutes guaranteed. This middle stop is gonna be a third party. Actually, the last 2 stops are third party, so that's something to keep in mind. Rialto to Rialto, $34 a mile, says it's gonna take a day and 12 hours. I don't even need to click on it. I know that middle stop is gonna be a third party. $30 a mile again, $524, but look at the time, 1 day, 10 hours, guaranteed. That is gonna be a third party. Let's see if we get down here to like some like decent regular rates. Like this still says 2 days, 1 day. Okay, here's one for 3 hours. It's gonna pay $214, $23, basically almost $24 a mile, going from Paris. They have you going, all Amazon locations. See how all those acronyms are Amazon locations? No third-party site. So that would be one I would consider. I wish the total payout were a little bit higher, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. $664, but it's gonna take 1 day, 19 hours. Has a third party in there. Actually has 2 third parties in there. So with the third-party sites, you really kind of gotta like FAFO with them a little bit. There's some like TIJ5 here in town. It's a third-party site, but they're fast. I don't mind going there. You just kind of have to go. I mean, I'll get burned once, but I won't get burned twice on them. But you just kind of got to try them out and see how they work. I'm going to skip over all these that say like 2 days, 6 hours. These are just things. Here's one 4 days. I mean, yeah, $21.81 a mile sounds great, but $519 over 4 days is terrible. I just wouldn't even consider that. 1 day. Let me see if I can put on here a max. I don't know if they have, let's see here, time, trip duration. Let's say I want trips that are done in 6 hours or less. I never really use this search filter, but let's see if this works. Okay, so here we go. Paris to Paris, here's Redlands to, so these are gonna be ones that you could do this one and possibly do one after. Redlands to Ontario, 1 pick, 3 stops, $18.50 a mile, 173, $18.50 a mile, same load. Here's one 344 a mile, 287 payout, going from Simi Valley to Eastvale. I like it that it's 1 pick, 1 stop. I'm just gonna kind of shut up and go through some of these just because I'll say it if any catch my eye. This one wouldn't be bad. CN08, returning to CN08, 926 a mile, 321 payout. They say it's gonna take 2 hours and 37 minutes. This is taking a loaded trailer from CN08 down to DUR1, and then I'm sure bringing an empty trailer back. Yep, bringing an empty trailer back. They say that's gonna take 2 hours and 37 minutes. That's gonna take as long as it takes you to drive 40 miles. Could I probably knock that load out in an hour or less? Probably. Assuming they have your trailers ready for you. Looks like this is the other one, CN08. CN08, probably the same thing going to, is it DUR1? Nope, DAX3. So they have that one chalked out for 2 hours, 46 minutes. I bet it just takes as long as to drive there and to drive back. I like all these CN08, Santa Clarita to Santa Claritas. These are not bad. To DAX3, that starts here tonight in about, what, 5 hours? Chino to SBD6, 474 a mile, 372. The middle stop there is DLX7. Let's just close out page 1 here and see. And you got to pay attention to the total amount of stops, and you got to pay attention to the time. Here's one coming down my way. K-Riv coming down to DIB5 in Chula Vista, $4 a mile. They've got you going from K-Riv. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so straight. Oh, it says 1 through 3, but then there's only, you got to click on this to see the other one. So K-Riv to DSD8, which is Poway, and then to DIB5. So that wouldn't be bad if I were up in that area looking for a connecting load coming back. I definitely would do that one. Bunch of these starting soon. I wonder if these starting soon, I wonder if they repeat, because I feel like I keep seeing the same load over and over again. Like once I've passed by it. There's one heading out to Victorville, DAX5, ending up in Victorville, 5 hours, 35 minutes. But the fact that that says Victorville and not a Amazon acronym, that's a third party. It's just going to be a fast third party. I have my camera in a bush right now, and there's people walking by me at the train station who think I'm crazy. They think I'm talking to a bush. I wish you guys could see what I see. It just dawned on me that, yeah, these people, maybe somebody will come give me money. Let's see, let's just close out page 1. So there are decent loads. I love the fact that there's hundreds of loads in that area within a short, you know, deadhead distance. Let's see what page 1 ends with. Page 1 is ending at 482 a mile, Rialto to San Bernardino, 1 pick, 3 stops, total of 4, $184 payout. Let's pick next time's winner. So we took care of City of Industry. Let's go in here and delete. Let's see here, that was G Telus 92. Delete row. That leaves me with 11 possibilities. Let's head over to a random number generator. Random number generator. I need a number between 1 and 11. Generate. Number 7. 7 on my list is Da Vega 7716 wants to see San Bernardino. Man, we're staying in Southern California a lot lately. All right. Da Vega 7716 San Bernardino. We're going to do that one next.